wishing you a blessed day wherever you are in this world of ours. I'm Nefer Kefri with Magical Musings, and this is a choose your card reading where I shuffle, draw 3 cards at random, and interpret each one. Your part of the job is to relax, clear your mind, focus on 1 to 2 cards. You can also keep in mind a particular question or an issue if you like, or you can just open yourself up to receiving general guidance. And then mentally choose 1 to 2 cards, and I will be interpreting all 3. Today, I'm using the Pre-Raphael Light Tarot. I can never say that. Raphael Light. There I go. This is published by Los Scarabeo. It's available on Amazon. I will post a link in the description below. Most links are Amazon associate links, which means I receive a very tiny commission, like 1 to 3% at no extra cost to you. And that's a nice way for you to help support my channel, and I very much appreciate it. I always shuffle on camera. I do not edit to show you that every reading is absolutely random. You will never see a canned reading at my site. You know, where all the cards are already on the table. That doesn't happen here. So I shuffle a few times. I cut the deck into thirds. I put the deck back together, and then I pick 3 cards from random cuts throughout the deck. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today and that you're feeling great. Here I go, cutting the deck. I pick up the card in the center, put it on top of the right hand pile, put both piles on top of the left. And now I'm going to draw 3 cards. This is card number 1. I take the card from the bottom of my pull here. That's card number 1. These cards are slippery. Card number 2. And last but not least, card number 3. Okay. Card number 1, number 2, and number 3. And just clear your mind and focus. I'm going to leave, it's going to be silent for 5 seconds so you can decide. And when I am interpreting the cards, I'll be tilting them. You will not see the reflection from my ring light. Your 5 seconds start now. All right, hopefully you've decided on which card or cards. Remember, you can pick 1 or 2. Here we go with card number 1. It is the 7 of Pentacles. This card, first of all, the Suit of Pentacles deals with physicality, matters of the material or mundane world. And this can focus on your finances, your health, your family, your home, work, or career. The 7 of Pentacles is of a person who's taken a rest. They've planted their seeds. They're waiting to see if these seeds will sprout. As you can see here, she's resting along the rim of a pot that has blossoming flowers coming out of the top of it. Those look like they might be oleanders. I don't know, but this represents fruition, prosperity, your project blooming, growing, gaining results. So this is about you've done your work and now you're waiting for that work to pay off. So this is something you've been working on for a while. And now you're just waiting to see how it pans out, you know. And a lot of times the waiting is the hardest part. You know, you focus on it. It takes all your energy. And then once you're done with it and you've got to wait to see what happens with it, that can literally, you know, drive us crazy. So you're in a holding pattern right now. But there's a bit of a hint here of a promise that it's going to pay off. So bide your time and take this time as a much needed rest, perhaps a short period of recuperation. Or if you're a go-getter, you might want to just start on a new project while you're waiting to see how this one works out. But this is for card number 1, the 7 of Pentacles. Now we have card number 2. Card number 2 is the Fool. This is the first card of the Major Arcana. Cards of the Major Arcana represent spiritual or karmic lessons that we're here to learn. They can also represent spiritual archetypes, universal energies that enter our lives at various times to help us to learn these lessons that we're here to master. The Fool is the beginning and or the end of the Major Arcana. The Major Arcana cards number 0 to 21. There's 22 cards total. They number 0 to 21. Some readers place the Fool at the beginning and some place him at the end. I tend to see him at the beginning because I see him as representing the universal soul. And this represents our soul at the start of its journey in this lifetime. And then the other cards of the Major Arcana represent the various lessons that the soul is here to learn and master as they move through the steps of the Major Arcana cards. So the Fool is the beginning. He's the star, he or she. And the Fool is all about gathering what knowledge you have, which is here in their little kit bag here. And you're off on a journey, you're off on an adventure. But you're not really paying attention to where you're going. And look, there's this precipice here. And he is about to take a step off. But there's a little dog at their heels, nipping them, trying to warn them. This represents your higher guidance. And what it's telling me is that for those of you who chose number 2, you see a path ahead of you and you think it's the right path for you, but you're not 100% sure. And that little dog's a reminder, just listen to your intuition and pay attention to your body. When you think about this path that you can take, how does it make your body physically feel? Do you feel any tightness or any stress in any parts of your body? Does your gut tend to tense up a little bit? If you feel any stress, any tensing up, that usually means that that path isn't right for you. And so you need to take another alternative course. So that's one way to pay attention to your intuition. Another way is to just ask your spirit guides and your angels for guidance in this matter. And you have to ask them because with universal law, the way universal law works, a spirit guide and an angel cannot immediately step in to help you without you asking them. Now, if it's a matter of life or death and it's not your time to go yet, your guardian angel will step in. I mean, there are many cases of this. But in all other regards, if you don't ask, you're not going to receive. You need to specifically ask for the guidance or help in the matter, and they will provide it. And it can be in the form of a dream, a message you hear in a song on the radio, or that you randomly see in a book that really resonates with you. Sometimes the guidance comes out of the mouth of a loved one. And you don't know, exactly where it's coming from, but you're like, it rings true to you. You know what I'm saying? And another way to tell when something is true to you and resonates with your soul is if you're hearing it, reading it, or seeing it, and you get a chill. That chill's coming from your guides, and they're telling you, this is it. This is what we want you to pay attention to. Pay attention. So pay attention. Now we have card number 3, which is, another card of the Major Arcana. This is card number 9, the card of the Hermit. The Hermit represents the universal energy of the seeker, someone who is seeking knowledge, someone who has gained knowledge through a great deal of study and of applying themselves. And they're in a position now where they can begin to share their knowledge with others. And this is what the lantern represents. Now, this particular hermit is painted with a halo behind his head. This is the style in which saints are depicted in art. And so the knowledge being indicated here is of a deeply spiritual, deeply mystical nature. The hermit can often represent a new guide or a new set of spirit guides that are entering into a person's life. Now, did you know you have the right to ask for new spirit guides at any time, you do. And it's very simple and easy to do. What happens is sometimes, guides used to be human, and as such, they have personality, and sometimes personalities don't exactly mesh, just like among living people. And so if you have been attempting to connect with your guides, but nothing's been happening, it could just be that your personalities are just a little bit, incompatible. You can ask the universe to send you a new spirit guide or a new set of spirit guides. We all have more than one spirit guide. So ask and you shall receive if you're not resonating with the guides you have right now. I did this years ago before I started my metaphysical path in life, and this whole slew of different guides came in, and all of a sudden I was receiving all these intuitive flashes, and I was having all of these really meaningful dreams. I was almost like being bombarded by information. So be prepared for that possibility. But again, asking for new guides, that would be a prudent thing to do if you're just finding it difficult to connect, and if that difficulty has been extending over a lengthy period of time. Now, the Hermit also means that there's a lot in this image here. We can see like something that resembles the Milky Way, and then we have all these stars around his head here, all this universal knowledge coming down to him. And what's going on here is we're all now living in 5D, in the fifth dimension. Humanity has finally received its ultimate push. We're all there now, whether you feel it or not. And that is a time where your thoughts are going to really be manifesting your reality. We have to be careful. And I know I'm harping on this for those of you who watch my reading every week, and thank you so much for doing so and for leaving comments. And for all the new followers, thank you so much. So I know you're hearing that message repeatedly, but there's a lot of people who are tuning in who haven't seen my previous videos. So that's why when it comes to universal things like that, I'm going to repeat them from video to video as they come up in the cards, or the cards remind me of the situation. And that's what this is. It's all this universal information and an elevation of everyone's energy, and stepping into our next phase of spiritual evolution as individuals, which will vary from individual to individual, but everyone's moving forward. That's what this is. And so it's a time of advancement. And we need to be open to receiving that energy, because if you close off to it, what's going to happen is that energy is going to start to push. And when energy pushes, it's usually not a good thing, because it pushes us into a situation where we're given no choice but to make the changes that the universe knows is for our highest good. So just open yourself up. Change is good. Tell yourself that. Change is good. Change is growth. I have to tell myself that. I'm not crazy about change. Most of us are not, and we want to be going along the same path, and just struggling along, climbing these stairs, because we're used to that. And there is comfort in the familiar. And change brings new things. And new things can be scary, but this is it. And this is what we're all being faced with, that change, that elevation. So go for it. Open yourselves up and know it's going to lead to bigger and better things. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. If you received any edification from this reading, if you enjoyed it, I ask that you please subscribe and drop a comment. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of the card decks. I have like around 300 decks. No kidding. I've been collecting since 1998. So if you'd like me to use a particular deck you haven't seen yet, drop it in the comments, because chances are fairly good I probably own it. So thank you again so much for watching and for visiting. I appreciate you all so much. This is Neferkefri of Magical Musings, wishing you a blessed day ahead.